Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Checking, checking. Checking. 1. Can you hear me? How does this sound? Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Probably won't do much of that today, but, you know, can always give it a try. Check, check, check. Hello, hello. Sounds good? Okay. Cool. We'll get started here very quickly then, I guess. I guess I can just switch over to... I think I'll close this first. Yeah, that should be fine, because we're not going to work on that. You ready for some tingles? Hell yeah. Hello, hello, hello. We'll just go here. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, dreamers, how are you? Welcome back to another lovely ASMR live stream. Today we're going to be doing some clickety-clacky, working on computer stuff sounds. I've been kind of wanting to try this idea out for like a video or stream or whatever, I have, as an artist, I have multiple projects going on, so it's always nice to be able to perhaps combine them, in some way, shape, or form. So, I don't know, had some work to do tonight, so I figured, well, let me stream it and make it relaxing. You like my wings? Thank you. Yeah, this is my my 3D virtual avatar for virtual reality. It's a work in progress. There's different things that I've been trying ever since I kind of started this character. Different hairstyles, different versions of the style, just kind of trying to nail it down. It's still not exactly where I want it, but, it's a start. How are you guys doing, though? Happy Thursday/Friday. End of February, already March. My birthday's coming up soon. Oh my god. I'm gonna be 34, I think. Yeah. Wait, right? 34? Yeah. Thanks for coming live. Thanks for being here. I know I've been gone for a little bit. But I'm trying to get back on like weekly uploads, whether it's like a live stream or, like actual video. I'm just glad you guys are here to hang out, enjoy, get some tingles, get some relaxation, kind of wind down for the day. Hopefully these sounds will be really nice. Kind of combining two different microphones right now, my regular streaming microphone, which you can hear in both ears, but then my ASMR microphone over here kind of capture some of these like keyboard clicks. What else are you wanting to add to the avatar? Just like different outfits, trying to change up the proportions a little bit. Trying to decide if I want to keep doing the lore behind my avatars. He's like an angel. Even though he has horns, a lot of people associate horns with like being demonic and evil, and it's like, not necessarily. Horns are cool. Could be maybe a bit of a fallen angel, who knows? There's always room to write lore. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I like to do a lot of different like artistic things, so I just mess around with stuff and see what I can do. And when it comes to like avatar work, it's just like, all right, let me try this outfit, let me try that outfit. Let me see how that turns out. See if I can show you. Where is... This is him? I made like a candy clown version of my, or a virtual version of my candy clown. It's kind of cool. How long did it take for you to rig the model? That's kind of a hard question to answer because, like when you're, so I make a lot of stuff for a game called VR Chat, which is both like a regular, you know, flat screen game, but you can also play it in virtual reality. And so a lot of the time you can buy like a basic model, right? Like you could just buy the body and then you can add your own clothes or, you know, get your own like head model and stuff like that. Mine's like heavily edited though from like the original like model that I built. And yeah, I guess I have like re-rigged it, redone all the weight painting and stuff like that. I mean, this is like, I've been working on this avatar for, I don't know, like a year now or something like that. I don't know. What program are you using? I'm using Blender right now. It's kind of where I do all my avatar work. Any kind of like other 3D work, like when it comes to like virtual worlds, I do in Maya. Maya. Why do golf commentators sound like they're doing ASMR? It might be just like an etiquette thing, right? like everyone, you know, has like respect, doesn't want to be distracting while the person's, you know, like setting up for the shot or whatever. Hi Chaos, what's up Kaiju? Hello. But yeah, so I've been, I mean, like I got a lot of my skill set from college. That's like where I learned a lot of like, you know, 3D modeling in Maya, and I hadn't used it for a couple of years until I started playing VR Chat, which you can make your own stuff for the game basically. So that kind of allowed me to hop back into it, and I've been using those skills again for like I said, like the past year and a half or so, 2 years. It's been pretty cool. But today we're gonna be working on a new model that I'm gonna put out. And I guess a warning for anybody that might be averse to puppets. I've just become aware that there are people that are not too fond of puppets. I mean, to me, this is just like a Sesame Street character, I guess, but maybe that causes some people trauma. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be I'm making a puppet model for the game so that people can, so like I said before, you can buy like a basic model and then you know, people can like download or purchase it and then put their own clothes and outfits and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, is I'm making just like a very, like a base model, very clean, very able to, you know, customizable. And then people can just like pick it up and then make their own like puppet versions of themselves. You know, feminine and masculine options. Slightly obsessed with the puppets, or with puppets and marionettes. Oh, so the opposite of scared. Kind of looks like Ernie, yeah. What's cool is that like I can imagine like, because like obviously I want to make like a very general or generic face, right? To allow for both like feminine and masculine like modifications to it. So that's kind of what I've been keeping in mind. And then also like setting it up so that you can do like color variations, right? Like skin tone and stuff like that. So, you know, again, anybody can pick up this model and have like a good template to start from, and you know, just customize to their heart's content. Does anybody like scary clowns? Some people do. If you go to the comment section of any of my candy clown videos, there are people that they're kind of into it. Puppets don't scare you. That's good. Trying to like read the chat. Goes by so fast. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here, by the way. Interesting. I've been doing weapon animations for Fallout New Vegas. Wait, really? Somebody sent me the rigged player arms, and it's easy peasy. Can't imagine the pain of rigging something. I mean, it's really not that hard, right? Like, I technically rigged this character here, myself. And the tools kind of make it easy, right? Like, I can go add armature. I think in this case I picked the RM humanoid, and it gives me like a very generic basic rig to work from. And then from here I can, you know, model on top of it, or, you know, if I already have a model, I can just adjust these bones to kind of fit. And then from here I can do like automatic weight painting, or, you know, manually do it, which I do it manually because letting the computer decide how to do things doesn't always work. You know, a lot of the time you gotta hold the hand of the software. Oh my god, Kaiju, thank you so much for gifting the 5 subs. What the heck? Or 5 memberships. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm totally down to do like more of these streams if you guys are like into this sort of stuff. Again, you know, most of the time I'm like working away on like other projects, and I'd love to kind of ASMRify it and bring you along for the ride, you know, give you like more consistent content. But I guess we just have to see if like you guys are into like hanging out and chatting along and having a conversation, or just listening in as I talk to other people. That's pretty relaxing too. I hope you have a great day. What's up, Diva? Yeah, this could very easily be Elmo. Very easily. Just paint the skin red. Good to go. Actually, I probably could do that, just to do this. Go here, copy material. Paste new, paste material. We're gonna call this Elmo. I'm gonna remove that and disconnect that, and then we can go like this, and then remove that, and then, yeah, I mean, not exactly, but you get the gist. Elmo. Could be any color you want, really. Again, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of making this, so again, people can just like have fun with it. But yeah, today I wanted to, I mean, I'm pretty happy with like kind of where this is going, but I kind of want to break up this body a little bit. I kind of want to give it more of like a, you know, like pieces connected to each other. So I think I'm going to break this up right here and like make it curve in, kind of like how I did the legs here. Actually, I could just do this too, so you can kind of see a preview of like what it would look like with shadows. Kind of how I have this like curved indentation, right? La 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 la, Elmo's world. But I kind of want to do that like right here, kind of break this shape up. I think that would be interesting. Maybe even on the arms too. I guess that would make it more towards more of a marionette, right? Usually those are kind of like broken up that way. But I don't know. It could look cool. Maybe I won't do it on the arms. Maybe just in the body, right? Because like I want it to maintain that puppet feel, and so I try to think of like, okay, you know, when you think of puppets, you think of like Kermit the Frog and like, I don't know, Gonzo, and like try to, you know, or like Cookie Monster. Obviously, like Cookie Monster is very like fluffy and whatever, so he doesn't really have joints. But for characters that are like lanky like this, what would that even look like? You know, like how is it put together? I should say. I guess Kermit is pretty much one. If I can like remember in my brain, Kermit is pretty much just one body. So, I mean, realistically, like this would be fine, right? Like I could just leave it like this, you know, finish making the hands and feet, and then like it's good. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for detail, I guess. Marionettes and ball jointed dolls have segments. Yeah. But even just like a little bit of extra detail would be kind of nice, I think. Because I'm also trying to like think 10 steps ahead as well of like how people are going to customize this if they do, you know, and thinking of like the majority of avatars in VR chat or not the majority, but like how a lot of people kind of like customize their own avatars. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep like all those different options in mind, and again, I want to make this very easy to customize. And you know, if somebody has, you know, like I was showing earlier, my actual avatar, I can simply drop on the horns and the hair and the tail and just like kind of resize it according to this body, and then it should just work, right? With like minor like changes or mods to it, you know, re-add the clothes and stuff like that. Just try to make it as easy as possible. Puppets Muppets are usually one soft torso. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We're just gonna experiment. I may keep it, I may not, but that's like half the fun, right? It's like just figuring it out and seeing like what's possible. And just like, it's like I call it like digital sketching or like virtual sketching. Like sometimes you just gotta like sketch it out. You just gotta go in and mess with it. Luckily you have like backup saves and stuff like that you can always go back to in case things don't quite work out. So we're gonna do that. Also keeping in mind where this joint bends, right? So I have to decide, do I want to put the cut here where the bend happens, or probably a little bit higher so that there's no distortion on the actual like rim of the hole that will inevitably go there. Elmo with horns. And then also, you know, keeping in mind like somewhat of a humanoid anatomy, right? Because like it's not human, but it's humanoid, so we want to make sure the proportions are relatively normal. I guess it's a good way to put it, or just familiar, right? That way like it's believable and your brain isn't firing off, you know, because like that's where the uncanny valley comes in, right? Where like you see something that's supposed to be human, but like it's just something's just off, right? Like that's the uncanny valley. So kind of want to try to avoid that if possible, unless it's intentional. Then you don't really have to worry about it at all. I may just do. Let's do a Shift D to duplicate. And on this one, I'm gonna delete that, delete faces. And on this one, I'm gonna go like this. Mesh. or select invert, and then delete those. So now I pretty much have the same thing, but it's separate. And I may even have wanted to overlap that a little bit, now that I'm thinking about it. That was kind of the purpose. So what I'm thinking in my head is maybe having something to where, like, there's like a rigid shell for the chest, and then the rest is kind of like fabric, you know, or at least fabric into the next shell here. So this would kind of like go in like that. And then I could hit E to extrude. Oh. Select that again. E to extrude it. This doesn't have to be perfect either. E to extrude again, but I'm going to scale it in. Oh, let me turn off symmetry. We're just going to kind of like make a little lip around here, right? Silly question. Do you also get commissioned to create avatars? I'm not doing avatar commissions at the moment. I am doing world commissions though. So if you do play VR chat and are interested in like your own custom world, I am opening up my commissions for that soon. I should have gotten into avatar commissions because that's way more profitable. Because world commissions take a little bit of time to do. And yeah, those projects just like last a little bit longer than if I were to do avatar stuff. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm creating this guy too, so that like I could just put him out there for like 20 bucks and then like, you know, it's just a little bit of passive income, right? A little something something. We're gonna go edge, bevel edge. Change this to like 4. Mess with the width here. Kind of like that where it was. Do you use your what do you use for world creations? Unity? I use both. Well, either way, you have to use Unity in order to upload these to VRChat. But I use Maya to like actually like model things out. I could show you one of my worlds. Yeah, I'm trying to, again, I don't need to worry about this stretching here because like that's going to be fixed later. I'm looking at like the overall silhouette here. Like, do I like that? Do I like that it's broken up here? Do I like the idea of this kind of being like soft and then like into like another kind of shell thing here? Does that make any sense at all? Like rhetorically? You know, because like I can start you know, going in and kind of making this very you know, fabric-y. Obviously I'm just exaggerating it here. And I'm gonna turn this on. Yeah, obviously this is a little exaggerated, but you know, I can kind of see the idea that I was going for. Like it's hard shell and then soft into that. Like, does that look good? Does that make sense? Do I even want that? I don't know. What's been your favorite thing to create? A little bit of everything, realistically. I don't know. I don't. Kind of just whatever I'm in the mood for. Y'all create the models by hand or use something from the asset store? Because it looks a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Hence why I've kind of been gone for a little bit. One of the reasons why. It's just working on stuff, you know, gaining knowledge and kind of, you know, needing to kind of focus and learn. But yeah, no, a lot of this stuff is from scratch. Or is lately. Like when I first started, I would like buy assets to start from. You know, that's how like a lot of people start. They kind of it's called kit bashing. So you'll buy like a separate head. You'll buy like, I don't know, clothes or like a body, and kind of like just bash them together as you learn. But then at some point, I don't know, you just well, for me, because I have the knowledge of how to do it myself, at some point I'm like, okay, I need to just make my own stuff. Because like it just makes sense, you know, like if I have a particular need for something, you're not always going to find that thing, right? So you just have to make it yourself. Is this Blender? Yeah, it's Blender. What GPU are you using? Doing a lot of questions? No, you're fine. I love answering questions. I'm using a 3080. I picked one up after the prices went down. But I was on a 2070 Super for a while. For a while. I can show you some world stuff if you guys are interested in that. Let me just open up Unity here so I can show you. What would you like to see? I can show you all of it, really. But yeah, I don't know. Do I like this? Is that a cool idea? What do you think? Because like I love this, right? Like this whole. Oh, let me just do this. This whole like, you know, because like when you see puppets, they always have that like extra fabric, kind of like just like from the head into the body. I always like that. Because like I've actually made my own like real puppets before, and yeah, you always get that like extra little fabric. So I don't know, it just adds some detail there. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. Let me fix this though, because sometimes seeing is believing, and I need to adjust this. Adjust it. Let me go here into, this is my UV editor, and then I'm going to unwrap. Much better. Now it's not messing with me. Again, I'm trying to think like 10 steps ahead, because obviously I want to do like a kind of feminine version, you know. I'll put some booba. Some breastises. Okay, so here is one of my commissions that I've been working on recently. This was, I mean, I kind of showed this world on the last stream, but here's like a different kind of look, right? Puppet boobies, yeah. It looks like a monkey, yeah. Yeah, it's because it's got no hair. Yeah, this is a world I've been working on. Very nice lighting. I'm going to be releasing this world soon in the game. Wow. So cool. Oh, we're in the showers. This is probably one of my favorite rooms in this whole world. Is this right here. You missed the stream when it was live, but watched it later. Thank you so much. Like, seriously. I'm happy. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite rooms. It's just so like eerie, but it's it's like a relaxing pool area to come swim in. Is it ray traced? No, no, this is all baked lighting. All baked. I mean, it does use ray tracing to bake the lighting, for sure. But after the fact, nah, it's all like set in. And realistically, it could look like 10 times better than this, but obviously because I'm making this for a game engine, it has to be optimized, right? Like there's certain things that you have to kind of cut back on. Because of performance limitations. Making sure that everybody has a good experience while they're in here. You'd be a great game designer? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've always wanted to kind of like work in that industry. I mean, that's literally what I went to college for was, well, I have a degree in computer animation, but it's such like a broad scope. Unity would be annihilated if you upload this? No, not at all. This takes like maybe 5 minutes to upload to the game. like this already exists in the game. I've had events here plenty of times for testing, and yeah, it runs super smoothly. Here you can kind of get like an overview of like the entire world. There's like private rooms here that you can go to. Super relaxing. Nice vibe. Wow. They each kind of exist in their own little hub. Here's that glow-in-the-dark stars room. Can you do anything in the house or room? Nothing specifically. Like a lot of a lot of worlds in VR chat are really just meant to kind of hang out and like be super cozy. And you can go in there and hang out with your friends or meet new people. Oh, here's the there's a giant ship. A Viking ship that's made super cozy. Blankets and stuff everywhere. I don't know, that's just like a lot of people enjoy doing in VR chat. It's just like getting together with their friends and hanging out, drinking, or obviously if you're not of age, just like hanging out and with your friends and partying, listening to music and stuff. It's cool. Well, like for example here, like they have like little mini games in here, so like you can play, actually like get in here and play pool, and it works fairly well. Did you need any coding? A little bit. I'm not really the kind of what I call a script wizard. I'm not really the script wizard kind of person. So like when it comes to like C# or like any other kind of like programming language, I'm not that, like I really don't know anything. But luckily there are other smart people, and most of the time when you're working on game design, it's all it's a collaborative effort. So what you're not good at, somebody else is, so you kind of get together with them and they help you, you help them, etc., etc. But a lot of people have created what are called prefabs, which is just like pre-compiled like either code or game objects and stuff like that are like kind of already set up, or that allow you to kind of tweak the settings, just make it easy for people like me who focus on the visual side of things. So there's a lot of talented coders out there that package things together in a way that allow me to tweak some settings to to, you know, get more of a visual feel of like how things change instead of looking at like lines of code. Yeah, look, I can play pool. It works kind of like traditional like pool, like how you've probably played it on your phone or like on your computer in the past. Obviously, I'm playing myself, so we score one in. I don't know. I have no shot here. Really? Hey, there we go. Yeah, they have like tons of different mini games. There's like horror worlds, there's like game worlds, there's like all sorts of stuff. But this world in particular is like a community map, so it's just like a place for the person that commissioned me. They have like a really large community, so they needed, you know, their own venue to hang out with their friends on the weekend. So that's kind of what I made it for. This is a giant map. Game designers do art, coders are those who code. Yeah. I mean, you know, nowadays, like a lot of the job, like you kind of have to be a generalist. Like that's what I am. Like I'm not like just an animator or just like a light dev or whatever. Like I'm a generalist. Like I do a little bit of everything. And you kind of have to be that way nowadays. Not only because like, you know, again, you kind of have to like keep up with other people because like, but the tools allow you to be a generalist because, you know, by now things have been made fairly straightforward, or there, you know, a lot of tools have been built to allow people to do multiple different facets of you know, either game design or anything in the industry. The tools have just made it easier to be able to kind of, you know, mess around and touch things and learn and, you know, gain that knowledge that maybe you wouldn't have been able to focus on before. VR chat seems scary? No way. It's super chill. I mean, it can be a little like intimidating, I guess, for somebody like brand new who doesn't really know like where to find the really chill communities, you know, the more adult communities that like, you know, more just mature individuals. Because obviously the game is available to everyone, so you do have lobbies with like kids and stuff like that screaming, and you know, I mean, that's with any video game, realistically. But yeah, so it can be hard, like if you're like older, to kind of like find a community. But usually there's people hanging out and in different worlds, and eventually you'll come across somebody that's like, oh yeah, let me show you, you know, like where all the different places are. But it's fun. It's a free game, so you can literally just like download it and play it, try it out. Yeah. I'm still undecided on this. I don't know. Because I'm also imagining like the height difference from like quote unquote normal sized avatars to like this guy. Because he's like meant to be like small. So like if you were looking down, like if you were of like, I don't know, 5'9" or something, somewhere around that range, like you would look down at him, like you would be like here, you know, they would be that small. Right. At least initially, right? Because like once you purchase this, you can do whatever you want to it. You can scale it up or do whatever. But he's like meant to be like tiny, little puppet gremlin running around. Can you make the body big? Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly possible. That's one of the other things that I'm also trying to decide of whether I want to do this sort of like separation here. Because then it's like, okay, does it make my life easier, or and not even my life, does it make the person who buys this, does this make it easier for them or harder for them to customize it? Again, I'm always trying to think of like my clients or, whoever is going to end up picking this up. How will they be interacting with it? I want to make things as simple and easy as possible. So if I wanted to customize the body and make it bigger, what would that look like with this versus if it was just one piece, right? So yeah, I mean, I could literally just go in here and kind of sculpt it out a little bit. Just like slowly start increasing. I guess the term big can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like overweight, right? It could just be like a bigger dude. Let's say he did have a little bit more meat on his bones, right? Does that make it easier? Does that look better? Make them thick. Mouse makes nice soft clicks. Thank you. Yeah, this is just a what kind of mouse is this? The Model D from well, they used to go by a different name. It was like PC Master Race or something like that. But I think they changed their name. That's the Model D. It's a pretty good mouse. I guess that was fairly simple. Like weight painting this would pretty much not be difficult at all. Like, again, knowing that the separation happens here or here. Yeah, the separation happens here above the actual bend probably makes this a little bit easier. Right, so it deforms nicely, even though I sculpted this out a little bit bigger than the normal, or like regular, initial version. Again, and because I thought 10 steps ahead, I made the actual bend somewhere different, so that way it deforms a little bit nicer. And obviously with everything, if you hyper customize your avatar, you're gonna inevitably have to go in and probably massage some things out a little bit naturally. Puppet would be cool if it does funny things. Yeah, for sure. Again, that's kind of the whole point, is that like it's such a base model that you can just do anything with it, really. Squishy is always nice for a puppet, though. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can even make it so that like you could squish the belly if you wanted to. Put like an extra bone here and make it affect that. Yeah, this is literally like what I do to kind of just test the extremes, extreme angles. Like most people aren't going to be doing this, especially if they're in like full body tracking. But it's always good to make sure that the avatar does look decent, at least in the more extreme angles. You can open up his jaw. Hooray! This guy needs hands for sure. That's great. But yeah, no, I think that worked out pretty well. So I'm actually going to I have to It's gonna undo all that. Because like for the final version, I'll probably make like a couple different starting body types, just to kind of give people like a template to start from. So you'll have this like, you know, very lanky version initially, and then it'll kind of, and then like have like a bigger, thicker body set. And I do want to do kind of like a more feminine one, just to give some variation. Because like, yeah, I you know, obviously I want this version to be able to be customizable, so you can make those different options yourself. But again, for people who aren't like super knowledgeable with the programs, I also want to kind of help them out too, to kind of get them started, you know, give them like a good starting point to start customizing to. And yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of like the way I like to do things. Like every creator is different, so some people might not even really think about that, which is fine. But I think about that. I obsess over like those little things. Yeah, just making sure this all deforms nicely. Yeah, like I love like little details like that, like just like this little like inherent folds that happen. It's so nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Obviously, I'm probably gonna go in here and like clean it up a little bit. And make sure that it's like actually to my liking. So for example, we're gonna bevel this edge too. That way this is a lot more round. A little bit more round. Probably go here and re-unwrap that again. Just to get out some of the stretching. Wish I can build you like you, because I do art and people, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like literally just learn, start messing around with it, you know, like software like this are free, you know, like Blender's free, Unity is free. You can literally just learn. What is happening here? There's some like overlapping stuff. I don't know how that happened. What the? Let me see if I can fix that. By inflating it, maybe. Is it making it better or worse? I don't know. Oh, it's not even doing it on both sides either, of course. Make sure symmetry is on. Can't tell, is that fixing it or hurting it? Let me turn off X-ray. Can't see anything. Okay, yeah, that's not even supposed to be happening. What the? How did that happen? Okay, so I need to do the opposite. Does that clear it up? Or no? Or does it make it worse? It makes it worse. What the fuck? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kill it all together. And this is how you do that. You're gonna go like this. I'm gonna grab this edge and this edge. I'm gonna go Control plus till about like right there, maybe. Seems about right. Does that grab everything? Close to it. Okay, so I grab all the edges that are offending and being dumb, right? Maybe like up to here, and then you get rid of them. Goodbye. Right? And then you reconnect it. So you go here, and then you go bridge edge loops. So that kind of fixes that there. Bridge edge loops. Oh, is that apostrophe? Yo. Hello, hello. Cool. So that kind of fixes that. Takes care of that there. Let me just double check. Yeah, I can deal with that. If I want to bevel it again, I'll just take it in some, but I think that's actually fine. I am going to add some holding edges here, though, just for the sake of it. Maybe 2 more. Then we're going to go... Watching a man at work. Hello, hello, hello. Is that Sing? I see the Chinese letters, but I can't tell. They do have a golden pudding cup. Is that how I think it is? Set from faces. Oh no, I need to grab all these. It kind of fixes that. We're going to have to redo these. Nope, not that one. This one. How are the clicking sounds? Are they like fine? Are they like too harsh at all? Shouldn't be. I don't see them going into the red at all. Is that Korean? Oh yeah, I'm dumb. As if I didn't live in Korea for 3 years. Like, hello? I should have recognized that. Wait, no. There's... Okay, yeah, that is Korean. Hello, hello. 안녕하세요. 안녕. Fujoshi. Thank you for the 9. It's your favorite subscriber here. I say favorite because in my mind, that's what keeps me going. Hey, let's go. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully it's a decent start to the year. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can we get some hearts in chat, please? Please. Yeah, also sorry if I've been like talking loud too. I can't help it. Whenever I'm streaming, I'm just like, yo, hey, what's up? It's more of a soft-spoken thing, I guess. I could just whisper the entire time, perhaps. Pudding doesn't stink. I mean, after a good, like, gym session or something. Probably. Everyone does. Nothing wrong with that. I can go do this. Minimize stretching. It kind of moves the UVs around a little bit. You just kind of wait for it to finish. Whenever something pops up here, and it's done. Alternatively, I could just click left click and it'll finish. That's much better. Again, I'm kind of looking at the, you know, the way the texture is flowing on here. Make sure that it's not like oddly stretching or whatever. So like, as long as it looks somewhat normal, then it's cool. What the heck is this? Hello? What is this? What are you? Why do you do this? No, seriously, what happened here? Merge at center. Merge at center. Sneaky with talent? Yeah, true. S Z 0. Yeah, also I'm like basically a newbie when it comes to Blender as well. Like I said, I gained a lot of my skills. What the fuck is this? In college with Maya. So anything that I've learned in this program, I've pretty much learned from like tutorials and stuff. Like I've learned just like everybody else. We're gonna go like this. Bridge edge loops. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in half. And then kind of bring it roughly close to where it should be. I'm just gonna simply merge these two together. Ooh, without adding extra stuff that shouldn't be there. Yeah, I've literally just learned things through tutorials, videos, which is like amazing, right? So like if you're new to this stuff or you want to get into it, you're not really sure, you're so fortunate because there's so many tutorials for stuff nowadays. So many tutorials, like to the point where like you almost don't even need college anymore, right? Like obviously college is great for very specific things, but like there's just so much knowledge out there that can be gained for free. Or obviously, you know, internet bill or whatever. Is this a new VR model? It's a base model that I'm creating so that people can use and create a puppet version of themselves or like their normal avatar. So it's just kind of like a puppet base model. So if you could imagine, you know, you can put like, you know, more masculine hair types, more feminine hair types, and I don't know, it'll just look funny. It'll look like cool. Just like a puppet version of yourself. Probably gonna clean up this a little bit because I don't know if I want this to just stay that way. It's already been an hour. Jeez, time flies. You graduated last year, going back for your master's. Nice. Enjoy. Yeah, after I got my master's, I was done. No, thank you. No more school for me. I'm good. I'm good. Do I want to extend this up a little bit more? I don't think I need to. But maybe just a little bit, right? Just one more. Just one more extension up, just to give people like room to modify, I guess. I'll put an edge loop around there too. And should be okay. Just graduated from high school and I am at an adult program, but I'm going to city college after finishing my classes. Hell yeah. Congrats. Congrats on graduating. That's important. Add some more edge loops around this bend here, just in case. And also so that it allows me to put more detail here. Yeah, I can always get rid of them if I need to later. Looks like right now this model is at what? Oh, what did I click? Power off. Okay, that works. Nice little ear scratching for you. What are your feelings on the current of YouTube? Do you enjoy it or wish for another platform? Nah, YouTube is my home. I do stuff on Twitch occasionally, but nah, YouTube is my home for sure. I think I just don't really like YouTube Shorts. I purposely don't use TikTok for a reason, because like I've made one in the past just to try it out, you know, but I don't know, it's just annoying. You get sucked into like watching videos and video after video, and it's like, ooh. That's probably the only thing I'm not really happy with. Maybe some more like streaming tools that Twitch has that YouTube doesn't yet, perhaps. Or just like just revamping the interface. But other than that, no, I'm pretty happy. Again, one of the reasons why I'm like able to kind of do live streams now is because they made the change to split your live streams and regular videos on your actual channel page. That way you're, you know, say if I did do live streams every day, it wouldn't clutter up my video page, you know, for like my regular videos. So that's like really, really nice. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just not interested in like the TikTok style of videos. You know, too much like annoying music over fucking nothing video clips. It's just annoying. Really. Why am I even doing that? I can just do... Just like TikTok and people keep doing weird, dangerous, or legal challenges. Yeah. Yeah, it's just annoying, really. And like, I don't get angry easily. I get like annoyed. I'm just like, get away from me. Get off my feed. That's probably the only thing. So this is the challenge here, is trying to figure out how much of this do I want to show. Here. You know, a lot of this is just like massaging, you know, like, or I call it massaging the polygons, right? You just kind of manipulate things and get them in a way that looks decent. Like Twitch, there are no intrusive ads or short videos. Yeah, but Twitch doesn't have a lot of discoverability. You know, like with YouTube, at least like YouTube does a good job with its algorithm in like finding your audience, you know, or like, you know, finding the people that would like your type of videos and then like putting it out to them, be like, hey, you might like this, check it out. Like YouTube's really good at that. I mean, obviously it's probably not like accurate 100% of the time, but you know, it's better than, I mean, Twitch literally has nothing. I don't know, it's just like a different vibe over here on YouTube that I've always enjoyed. Twitch is just different. Elsa, thank you for the $4.99. What the heck? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're amazing. I appreciate it. Here, yeah, if you guys like do super chats or whatever, I'll give you like an ASMR kiss. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes I'll even go, thank you. It's manipulating little by little. Where is yours? Oh yeah, thanks for earlier. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Save this as a different version, just in case. Give a little checkpoint. It just looks, puppets are just so goofy. I mean, I can maybe understand why some people might be afraid of them, but I don't know, they're just too goofy for me. Good. What was the most stressful video you've had to make? Stressful video? Maybe stressful. Maybe the werewolf one, where like I transform at the end. But I don't know if that was really stressful. I mean, it was stressful in the sense of like finding a place to record and getting the footage that I wanted for it, and then like doing the actual work to get it done. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever stressed out about a video. I just kind of make what I feel like making, you know? Like if I'm gonna stress about it, I'm probably just gonna not do it. It's like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Like nothing was going right during the filming? Oh, I mean, that happens every video. There's always some random car that comes by, bumping music, or just, you know, has a loud muffler. Or some ambulance, because someone out there is probably dying. Noisy neighbors. Animals screeching at each other from halfway across the neighborhood. Yeah, there's always something. Like literally every video, there's always something. You know, a refrigerator starts running or loud. You know, air compressor. It's always something. What should the thumbnail be? This. Then we gotta open the mouth. Okay, that is a little creepy, staring at the camera. It's like that. Yo, Chaos, thank you so much for the gifted. 5 gifted memberships. Who got one? Liz, Sasha, Laura, or Lara, probably Laura, Jacob, and Melody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I believe you guys get like custom emotes and stuff like that, if you remember. Which I do have a bunch of emotes I do need to upload to here. I just forget how to do that. I gotta go in the settings and adjust it a little bit. Make some adjustments. Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm like turning around this and just kind of like, do I want more detail than this? Do I need it? Is it necessary? Or like, is this much kind of like enough? Right? Does it serve the purpose? Or do I need to exaggerate it a little bit more? And I don't know if I want to go too crazy with it. Always save. And then again, it's not a human, so it doesn't have to have like super realistic anatomy, right? You know, like you have those back muscles here. But, you know. This guy has to do some squats or something. Get that juicy booty going. Sleep drunk. Hopefully you can find some relaxation in this. I would very much like to continue doing this if you would have me. To like exaggerate the shape and then smooth it out. that clothy feel to it. And again, I don't have to go too crazy with it, because if somebody wants to end up modifying this, they're gonna be able to do so anyway once they get their hands on this. So it's not like a huge deal. It's kind of get it perfect, or not perfect, but you know, to shape it in any particular way. But obviously, like, sometimes you don't, and this is something you have to kind of deal with when you're working with, not deal with is the wrong word, something that like you come across whenever you're making something, either for somebody else or for yourself. Like, you don't really know that you want something to go a certain way until you see it, you know? So kind of like how Bob Ross says, you know, happy little accidents, or happy accidents, right? Like, sometimes you didn't know you wanted something to be a certain way until you finally like, oh, huh, that's kind of cool. Wait a minute, let me explore this a little bit more. You don't really know, so you have to go out and try things. Oh, Amari. What? Amari, thank you so much for the 10. What the heck? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot and helps a ton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, so like I said in the beginning, you know, like, or like in the beginning where this was all one piece, like, yeah, it looked fine. It could have completely gone with that. But now that I've done this, I'm like, this actually, yeah, no, I kind of like this a lot better, actually. This works for me. Like, it's a nice break in the silhouette here. And it still kind of maintains the overall proportions that it did have as one piece, because like say I were to layer like a t-shirt on here, right? Like the t-shirt would fall across here and end up in the same place that it would have if it was connected. So I was able to maintain the silhouette and also add detail, which is nice. Make it, you know, more visually interesting. Then I go like this and pose it a little bit to kind of take it into the extremes and just see how it does. And this is just like with the original weight painting that I had on it. And it looks pretty freaking good. Again, thankful because like I thought ahead of time, knowing that it's gonna bend here at this joint, so let me put all the detail and stuff higher so that when it does bend, it doesn't disrupt anything. Yeah, because I could Control J to combine that. And then I can click this, go to weight paint mode. And I can see the weight paints on here. And everything is pretty much preserved. I could even make this more red, but I don't think I have to. Because like if I do this and like, I don't know, parts of it were sticking out or whatever, and not really lining up, then I would probably have an issue. But I'm not really seeing anything like that, so it's pretty much working for me for how I want it to be. So for anybody not familiar, I guess this is like what's called weight painting, and so you're basically able to paint in the influence that each of these bones have over the geometry, over the model. So in this case, red means 100% influence, and then it goes in a gradient downwards to blue, which is 0% influence. Meaning that, you know, like if I click on this bone has 0 influence over anything over here. This bone has 0 influence, but this bone, you know, has mostly influence up here, which makes sense, right? Because the body's going to move this way. Vice versa. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm just kind of like looking at underneath here, looking at like some of these things here that I want to fix. Sometimes it takes having to be able to see the wireframe and see like, okay, what is actually happening here? Can I smooth this out a little bit? It's like I can. Kind of redistribute some of the edge flow here to make it nicer. And yeah, I'm sitting at 30,000 polygons total, which is nice. VRChat has like a ranking system for models, and depending on like how many different meshes you have, how many polygons, how many textures, it assigns your avatar a rating. And generally, if you want your avatar to be like green for good, you want to be under 70,000 polygons. So if we're hitting close to 30, and once I put the hands and feet in there, it'll probably be around 30. That means that there's 50,000 polygons that somebody has available to play with, to add hair, clothes, accessories, fun little things, and whatnot. So I think that's pretty good. And I can always like really go in and get rid of polygons that I don't really need. Obviously, I'm trying to do that from the get-go. You know, only have as many polygons as I really need, but you know, it's a give and take. When you explain it, it seems simple. I try to keep it simple to understand at least. Is that booty too high or what? I think so. What the? Oh, I was on the wrong tool. Of course. Kind of like that bean shape. Got a little booty on him. but it's proportional to his size, right? Or to like this specific body shape. So I could give him a giant fucking badonkadonk. Give him a little something back there. A little something to work with. So he's pretty much looking straight. These bones don't really matter here. Well, I was wondering why he was like leaning forward. What the hell? Yeah, that's fine. That boy be leaning. Yeah, he's got a little cake on him. Yeah, cool. So I think I'm happy with that. I think that pretty much works for me. Again, it's got the same silhouette, but just more visual fun to look at. Now I do have to go in and fix this to account for the extra UV mark seam. Go over here, unwrap. What the? Angle based. Why the hell does it do that? What the? I didn't tell you to do that. Unwrap. Unwrap. Oh, whoops. Why does it twist it that way? Oh, am I crazy? What the? Don't rotate it, you jerk. Minus 45. Why do you rotate it? Don't do that. This is why sometimes you gotta tell the program what to do. Wait, what is even happening here, first of all? I thought this was the chest. I forget this is the torso. Yeah, you set this little like map of the actual model here. That way you can like go in and, you know, if you wanted to put tattoos on it or whatever, you could do that here. And then it'll appear here. Just kind of go around and make sure everything is nice and accounted for. At least for now. We don't have to worry about it too much. Still have to do the hands and feet, which the hands and feet are going to have a similar like lip around it. Like they're going to be like a separate object that's kind of, you know, attached to the body. Kind of like how this is. But it's going to overlap this way. Overlap a little bit, perhaps. think we're just gonna call it there. Just kind of wanted to do a little test stream and see what this is like, you know, see if you guys enjoyed hanging out and listening to me rant and talk about like random stuff while I talk out loud and or think out loud. Really, that's what I do the majority of the time anyway. Mm. Mm. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think this was like a good little kind of way to try out this type of stream. If you guys enjoy, you know, and want me to do more, definitely let me know. Because I would very much love to do basically what I do on Twitch, just back here on my actual channel. Very much so. Because I miss you guys. But yeah, I'll be back real soon. Follow me on Twitter or Discord. Should have links to that down below. Yeah. What? Today's Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, other than that, I love you. I hope you take care. And as always, keep dreaming. Yeah, we'll definitely do more of these and more like, you know, like regular ASMR focused stuff for sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I boop you. I boop you. Good night.